What's up, guys and gals? Iceman here. Welcome to Horrors from the North. This is my new YouTube channel, so like this video and subscribe to this page. These are the best bear attack horror stories on YouTube. So let's get into it. Ethan Harlow had always been a gambler at heart, but it was Bitcoin that turned his bets into millions. Back in 2017, when the world was still scoffing at digital gold, he dumped every penny from his dead-end tech support job into the crypto frenzy. By 2021, as the market skyrocketed, Ethan crashed out enough to buy a yacht and a small penthouse in Miami, and still had 9 figures left in the bank. But the city lights felt hollow. He craved escape, solitude, the raw pulse of nature that no algorithm could predict. So he sold it all and vanished into the Arkansas wilderness, trading skyscrapers for the dense, whispering pines of the Ozark Mountains. His new home was a modest cabin on 50 acres of untamed land near the Buffalo National River. It was a far cry from the luxury, but Ethan romanticized it. Off-grid solar panels, a wood-burning stove, and a view of endless green that stretched like a forgotten promise. He brought along Maya, his girlfriend of 3 years, a fiery artist from Brooklyn who'd followed him on a whim. "This is our reset," he told her, kissing her under the stars on their first night. But resets have a way of unraveling. At first, life was idyllic. Ethan chopped wood, hiked the trails, and monitored his remaining crypto portfolio on a satellite uplink. Maya painted the landscapes, her canvases capturing the misty mornings and jagged bluffs. But isolation bred boredom, and boredom bred vices. Ethan started with a bottle of whiskey by the fire, reminiscing about his glory days. 1 bottle became 2. Then a daily ritual, the cabin's pantry filled with empty glass soldiers, clinking like accusations. The cheating began subtly. On rare trips to town for supplies, he'd linger at the local bar in Harrison, flirting with waitresses who saw dollar signs in his eyes. One night, it was Sarah, a tattooed bartender with a laugh like thunder. They tumbled into her truck under the neon glow, and Ethan felt alive again, raw, unfiltered. Maya suspected, of course. The late nights, the excuses, the scent of cheap perfume on his flannel shirts. Arguments flared like wildfires, but Ethan drowned them in liquor. His bank account suffered too. Crypto volatility struck hard in 2024. A market crash wiped out half his fortune overnight. What remained, he squandered on impulsive buys. A fleet of ATVs he'd never use. Cases of premium bourbon delivered by drone. Even a gold-plated Bitcoin medallion that hung mockingly around his neck. Bills piled up. Property taxes, maintenance on the cabin's leaky roof. The bank sent warnings. Foreclosure loomed if he didn't pay up. Maya begged him to sell some land, to get help for the drinking. "You're throwing it all away, Ethan. For what? This isn't freedom, it's a cage." He'd wave her off, slurring promises. "One more pump, baby. Bitcoin's gonna moon again, you'll see." The breaking point came on a crisp autumn evening in 2025. The leaves were turning blood red, and the air carried a chill that seeped into bones. Ethan had been day drinking since noon, scrolling through crypto forums on his laptop, watching his portfolio bleed. Maya confronted him about a text she'd found from Sarah, explicit and damning. "You're a pathetic drunk, Ethan. Cheating piece of shit. We're done. I'm leaving tomorrow." He exploded. "You think you could judge me? I built this. I gave you everything." She slapped him hard. He shoved her back, regretting it instantly as she crumpled against the wall. tears streaming. But rage won. Grabbing his axe from the porch, the one he used for firewood, he stormed out into the twilight. The door slammed behind him like a gunshot. The forest swallowed him whole. Towering oaks and hickories loomed, their branches clawing at the fading sky. Ethan trudged deeper, the axe heavy in his grip, his breath ragged with fury. "Fucking bitch," he muttered, swinging at a low-hanging branch. The blade bit deep, splintering wood with a satisfying crack. He hacked again, harder, imagining Maya's face, Sarah's, his own reflection in the mirror, a bloated, red-eyed stranger. Sweat poured down his back as he attacked a young sapling, chopping wildly. Bark flew like shrapnel. The rhythm was therapeutic, each swing purging the poison inside him. He laughed manically, the sound echoing through the trees. "Take that and that!" Then a rustle, low and guttural, from the underbrush. Ethan froze, axe mid-swing. His heart pounded. The Ozarks were home to wildlife. Deer, coyotes, the occasional black bear. But this was different. A shape emerged from the shadows, massive, fur-matted, and slick with foam. The bear's eyes glowed feral in the dim light. Pupils dilated, jaws dripping saliva. Rabid. It had to be. Black bears were usually shy, but this one staggered forward, lips curled in a snarl, revealing yellowed fangs. "Shit!" Ethan whispered, backing away. The axe felt useless now, a toy against this beast. He swung it warningly, but the bear didn't flinch. It charged with unnatural speed, a blur of black fury. The impact was like a freight train. Ethan hit the ground hard, the axe flying from his hands. Claws raked his chest, shredding his shirt and skin in fiery lines. He screamed, thrashing wildly. "Get off! Get the fuck off!" The bear's weight pinned him, hot breath reeking of decay and madness. It bit into his shoulder, teeth sinking deep, crunching bone. Ethan howled, punching at its snout, but it was futile. Blood soaked the earth, warm and sticky. He clawed at the dirt, trying to crawl away, but the bear clamped down harder. In a haze of pain, Ethan kicked desperately. His boot connected with the bear's underbelly, eliciting a roar that shook the leaves. But the animal retaliated savagely. It lunged lower, jaws snapping at his groin. Ethan felt a searing rip, a violation beyond comprehension. The bear tore into him, ripping fabric and flesh alike. No, God, no. He looked down, horror twisting his gut. The bear had latched onto his testicles, shaking its head like a dog with a rag. Ethan watched in frozen agony as muscle and sinew gave way, the beast chewing methodically, blood spraying in arcs. The pain was white-hot, electric, blotting out everything. He screamed until his voice cracked, but the forest absorbed it, indifferent. "Why me? Why me?" he gasped, vision blurring. The bear's eyes met his, empty, rabid voids. It swallowed, gore dripping from its maw, then bit again, ensuring nothing remained. Ethan's strength ebbed. He thought of Maya waiting in the cabin, of the fortune he'd pissed away, of the life he'd gambled and lost. The bear loomed over him, foam-flecked jaws descending for the kill. Darkness closed in, the last sound, his own gurgling breath. Back at the cabin, Maya paced, regret gnawing at her. Hours passed. She called his name into the night, flashlight beam cutting through the trees. No answer. By morning, search parties would find the scene. Blood-soaked ground, scattered axe chips, and what remained of Ethan, mutilated, unrecognizable. The bear, they said, was put down later, its brain confirming rabies. But in the whispers of the Ozarks, some claimed it was no ordinary animal. It was karma, cloaked in fur and fangs, come to collect on a life squandered. Maya's paintings sold well after that, haunting depictions of the wilderness, shadows lurking in every stroke. She left Arkansas, richer in ways Ethan never was. The cabin stood empty, a monument to folly, while the forest reclaimed its secrets.